Hello, folks. So in this video, I want to talk about you know doing something in the public, doing something good in public, right? So let's say I'm eating fruits, and according to me, it's doing something good. It's a good habit, right? So I used to go to my office every day, and previously I used to buy too many fruits, too much natural sugar. But anyways, that's a talk for a different day. But I used to buy too many fruits, like 1 kg of bananas, or say some 5 6 oranges, or a mix of these and whatnot. And sometimes a few grapes, say 300 grams or 500 grams of grapes and whatnot. So I used to buy these, and they used to give me a cover, some sort of like I believe it was not plastic, but maybe it was plastic. I don't know, cover, and I used to take it in a cover, and it was sometimes transparent, sometimes semi-transparent, and sometimes I used to take in a brown bag. Some stores give brown bag. I used to take it, and so when this cover, I used to take it and go. I used to hold it in my hand instead of keeping it in my bag. It will just crush the fruits, and it'll be a bit awkward. Everyone's staring at you and be like, "Hey, what is this guy doing with so much fruits and all that?" So I used to feel awkward. But the good thing is, when you do something good in public, let's say buying fruits, lot of fruits, and walking around, or eating fruits in front of people. For example, in my hostel, I eat fruits not in my room. I usually go to the cafeteria and like sit and eat, which is open for everyone. The cafeteria, it's in the terrace, and even in the office, I usually eat the fruits in my table itself near my colleagues and all that. Or I just, it is pretty open that I eat fruits and whatnot, right? The good thing is people see and notice that you're doing something, and if it is good according to you, and if they actually get inspired by it. For example, if they look at it and be like, fruits, maybe I should, it's been long since I ate fruits, maybe I should eat fruits. Yeah, this guy is eating fruits. Actually, eating fruits is good for your health. So let me also probably buy it sometime. It's been long since I ate fruits and stuff like that. So when they start thinking this, it'll actually create a ripple effect where more people will start to eat fruits. Sometimes they'll ask you. It's fine. I usually don't hesitate to give my fruits. It's like I am fine with just sharing fruits and all that. So unless I'm not fine, or if I usually get a lot of fruits, unless I got very few fruits or just one fruit, let's say one pears, just for myself, because it's not a good idea to eat a lot of sugar, natural sugar, and not a lot of same fruit on the same day a lot, right? So these days I just buy one or two, but sometimes my colleagues ask me, why aren't you bringing a lot of fruits these days? I'm like, I did bring this one. um, but when you have a lot, you can easily share and all. So just be mindful of that people will ask you to share and all. But you're just trying to actually create a good habit, influence a good habit, inspire people, motivate people to actually do something good. So when you do something good, try to make it a bit public. And in some ways it's good. For example, some people think, hey, this is actually a good thing, like eating fruits, um, you know something like that, right? Eating fruits, eating vegetables. Say I have eaten raw vegetables, say raw carrots in front of people and all that. And so it's a good thing. People will notice and be like, hey, yeah, I could also probably eat this. No, it's a good to actually eat. If they can eat, they will eat, and you'll actually be encouraging someone to actually think about it, consider it, eat something good or do something good, right? So in some ways it's great. I don't always though publicize what I do. For example, some things I'm like, let's say I'm working on my health, say I'm going for a run. I don't usually always share my runs on, say, WhatsApp, or with people on my status and whatnot, because sometimes I do wonder this other idea wherein I want to run for myself. I don't want to run just for the likes and comments and for people to notice and be like, oh, this guy went for a run, great. I'm not trying to do it for them to notice and be like, oh, this is cool and whatnot. I'm trying to do it as much as possible for myself. So if I feel that there is something that can affect me from doing something just because I share it with someone, I probably don't share it. So I actually track my runs, for example, on Strava. It is public, but usually it is for myself, and public in the sense that only my followers can see, and they have to request me to follow me, and I have to approve the request. So for privacy reasons, I'll talk about that separately. But the thing is, um, like I mean, Strava has like, comment and all. Some people do like. It's nice to see it, but as much as possible, I try not to focus too much on the likes I get or comments I get. I don't get comments and all. Sometimes I get kudos. Basically, they call it kudos in Strava. It's called likes. Basically, it's basically likes. So I don't try to look at that. I try to just track it in Strava because I want to actually see how much I've done in the past, just to actually inspire myself and show and prove to myself that I've actually done something great before, and I can also keep doing it more and more. Whenever I think, especially whenever I think I've not done much, I can look back in Strava in the past and be like, okay, I've done something great. I've done some great stuff and whatnot. Same for like when I'm eating good food. Most of my food I try to take a picture. Some people stare at me or like laugh at me when I say I don't really look back at the pictures. It helps me do two things. One is no matter what food, even hostel food, normal food, whatever food, I take a picture. It helps me understand what I ate at a point in time, so that I can actually, I don't I mean, I did have a food journal and all. It was getting hard these days. I don't do it, like what I eat and what I plan to. I do write down what I plan to eat, but that's all. I basically just just take pictures. So in case I forget what I ate, I can just look at it and be like, okay, this is what I ate. So for some reason I want to recall I ate something. Say I got a cold and I'm like, why did I get a cold? Or I'm just feeling weird in my stomach and I'm like, why am I feeling weird? So maybe check it out. Check out what I ate and whatnot. And also, just like that, it's nice to actually take pictures of food that I eat and understand that I've actually eaten a lot of healthy food and rarely or never junk. Most times I try to take a picture of my food. So I try to do whatever good stuff I do, and I try not to actually hesitate to do it publicly. I hesitate only at times, or if it's like a spam, too much of a spam, like say online and all. Offline, I try to do as much as good as possible in public, and so that people can actually look at it and be inspired by it and all that. So for example, I don't post pictures of my food and all on my WhatsApp status because that will become too much. It'll become kind of like a show off. I think I'm thinking about what other people think or judge or whatever, but oh my god, I'm already a prisoner. But yeah, I've always been a prisoner to some extent, I think. To a great extent before, now to some extent. But and things like putting my runs on my status. There's two things. One is what other people think, or just start being like, hey, this guy's putting too many statuses and all. I'm already putting too many statuses. It's just not about my runs or what I eat. But other thing being, yeah, I don't want to run or walk or whatever just to put it on my WhatsApp status, and I don't want that to become my motivation. There was a point when I used to actually put it on my WhatsApp status, and that was kind of my motivation or something. I was just feeling bad, or to some extent it was becoming like a thing. But now I'm like fine to not put it on my WhatsApp. Maybe I should, but until and unless I feel like it's fine to put it on WhatsApp and it won't affect my uh, motivation or inspiration to run. Though I don't depend too much on motivation, I try to actually be more disciplined and just do what I want to do and work on my goals without motivation and all. But ensure that I don't do something for others, but instead I do it mainly for myself. And others see it probably, and the consequences they learn, not consequence, the side effect is they learn. The good side effect is they learn something good from me. For example, say buying fruits, eating fruits and stuff like that, eating healthy, saying no to junk, most times when people ask me to eat something that seems like junk to me, I'm like, no, I don't want. If they ask me, I usually say no, I don't like it, or I don't eat it. But yeah, usually people don't ask. Great people, good people don't ask. Some people do ask, too much reasoning. I'll probably talk about that, how to say no and all that in a separate video. But I try to um, you know show the good behavior in public as much as possible. Bad habits, yeah, you can be vulnerable. I'll talk about that in a separate video. For example, my overeating is me having a bad habit, and me putting a video on it is me being vulnerable. Talking about bad habits and bad decisions is also a great thing. People learn from it. It has its own pros and cons. We'll talk about it separately. But good things, try to do it as much as possible in public. It'll actually inspire others to do good. Work on good habits. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.